Hi there, it's Nicole for Lawn Fawn, and today I have a card showcasing the new Perfectly Plaid Winter pattern papers, as well as the Fa La 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 border die cut, and I've paired that with some older stamps, the Winter Sparrow stamps and dies. I love mixing and matching the old with the new. I've done that a couple times with my cards for this October Inspiration Week. What I did was took two patterns from the Perfectly Plaid Winter 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to purposely take the pattern with blue in it, this kind of bigger, more bold plaid, and die cut it with the Fa La 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 border, but this particular pattern is on the diagonal. All of the patterns come either on the diagonal or straight. So that's going to be along the top of the card. I'm going to have the darker area along the top of the card and the lighter on the bottom. And I die cut the kind of straight across white and gray plaid. That's going to be the straight plaid. So kind of mix and match those. They're going to be separated by the Fa La 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 border. I die cut all of the pieces, the plaid paper, and this Storm Cloud cardstock, or not Storm Cloud, this is the Narwhal cardstock, excuse me, using that Fa La 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 border, and then I'm going to inlay those together. So I made sure and kept all of those teeny tiny little pieces that fit inside all of the loops on the letters. Now the Season's Tweetings greeting from the Winter Sparrows stamp set is going to be perfect with this Fa La 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 greeting. I really wanted something that went along with kind of singing, and the Season's Tweetings is perfect, as well as the cute little music notes from this stamp set and the little singing birds. I stamped the greeting on the white cardstock with Versamark ink, and I'm sprinkling on some silver embossing powder. This greeting is going to be the only thing on the bottom part of the card. I forgot to mention as well that all of my patterns are going to be way bigger than the 5.5 inches wide that this landscape style card is going to fit. I purposely did that because it's going to make it easier to line up my inlay. I can trim off any excess later. So I'll show you that kind of once I get the card all ready to be put together. I am stamping the three birds from Winter Sparrow on smooth white cardstock using Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink, and then I'll be coloring those in with Copic markers. Just like all of my other cards for this October Inspiration Week, my colors are completely drawn from the Perfectly Plaid Winter pattern papers. I love this blue or aqua and gray and white color combination. I love it for a non-traditional kind of holiday cards, winter cards. It's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite color combinations anyway. I'm always drawn to anything with aqua and gray. So I've really enjoyed that. And once I got started this month, I kind of thought I would do all of my cards in this particular color palette. Very easy coloring for my little sparrows. They're all going to be in shades of warm gray with some pretty blues for the accessories, the scarf and hat and earmuffs. A little R00 for the cheeks on the cute little birds, and a very, very light yellow-red for the beaks. I wanted to definitely keep the emphasis on the gray and blue. So super cute. I will add a little detail to the cheeks on the birds with a white glaze pen, add little dots on each of the cheeks, and some glitter to the accessories like the scarf and hat and things with the Stardust glitter pen. I'm going to stamp the music notes now with Versamark ink, and again heat emboss those with silver embossing powder to match the Season's Tweetings, pardon me. There is a little die for this. It's super teeny tiny, but that's going to make it perfect for adding that to the top of my card. So I'm going to heat those, and then I'm simply going to die cut all of these images. So I'm going to grab all the coordinating dies for this, the music note plus the three birds, and I'm going to die cut these with my Big Shot die cutting machine. Now I noticed I had several of those little notches from where the dies had been you know how they come together like that. So I must not have trimmed them when I initially got them, because these are a few years old. They are not brand new. So I did kind of clean those up with my snips there, and then I die cut the images. And I will have to repeat that for the rest of the remaining music notes. You can see that die is super teeny tiny. I like to use that Post-it tape to hold it in place. I don't have to worry about it shifting that way. And I'm simply going to just roll that through my machine until I get all of those music notes die cut. I like to reuse the same piece of Post-it tape too, as many times as possible to get the most out of my Post-it tape. I'm going to kind of just lay out my designs now. This is why I didn't go ahead and put my background papers on my card. I really wanted to make sure everything was going to fit kind of like I imagined it was going to before I committed to gluing it to my actual card base. So I've got a side fold card base here, and I'm simply going to center the top plaid portion of my card and adhere that along the top of my card design. Then I'm going to take some liquid glue and just draw a little line here along that edge and go ahead and place the Fa La 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 in there. I thought it was easier to place the glue on the card than that intricate die cut. I'm going to put some more adhesive here along the bottom and take my white pattern paper and fit that right underneath. So that was how I got everything to fit so perfectly here on the front of my card. Obviously, there's a ton of overhang, which I'll take care of in a second, but I want to go ahead and inlay the rest of the pattern papers for the loops on the Fa La 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 La. That's what really kind of makes, it's such a simple thing, but it really kind of finishes off that background, and it really divides the two patterns beautifully with that Fa La 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 border. It's one of my favorite things about any of the Lawn Fawn scripty border dies like this. I love them for splitting up your background, and they're so intricate and pretty. I think they work beautifully for this. So there's my background, and here I'm just going to flip my card over and simply cut off any of that excess. Really, really easy. And you'll see when I turn the card over, it's just going to be perfect. And I was glad I left it big. That way I didn't have to worry about it maybe not fitting correctly. I'm taking some glue dots now and simply attaching my singing sparrows. Got one of them kind of floating up above the Fa La 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 La, one sitting on the loop in the F, and one on the little flourish at the end. I'm adding the music notes with some liquid glue simply because they are kind of small. And then I'm going to round all the corners with a 1/2 inch corner rounder. Softens the whole design just a little bit. And put a little glossy accents on the beaks of my little birds. And finish with a scattering of Pretty Pink Posh sparkling clear and metallic silver sequins. And some silver mini star confetti, always my favorite. I'm using a little Ranger multi-matte medium to place little dabs of glue on my background, and that just makes the top of the card really pop with the music notes and the little sequins, and then the cute little birds sitting there singing a nice festive tune. That's going to finish up my card design. Thanks for joining me today for this holiday card showcasing the new Lawn Fawn Perfectly Plaid Winter Collection pattern papers and the Fa La 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 border die. The supplies I used to create this card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more holiday themed cards showcasing Lawn Fawn stamps and dies that you might be interested in. Please subscribe for weekly card making and stamping videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.